Good morning, everybody. All right, welcome. Happy Friday. I'm super excited. As always, I think that's my usual intro, right? Every week, I'm super excited. I live my life super excited. If you can't tell, I'm always quite excited. My hat's a little bit crooked, as usually it is. If you see a video where my hat is perfectly straight, it was probably an AI generated video. And if you see one that makes me look ripped and jacked up, like some of the ones that RC has been posting to our social channels lately, definitely AI me. I am not ripped nor jacked up. Hope everybody's had a great week. I hope everybody is still buzzing from the Gamma workshop from last week. I had more people talk to me about the Gamma workshop and how amazing that one was, and how their presentation skills just were taken to the next level. I actually had a chat with someone who it was perfect timing for her because she had to do some presentations this week. And I jumped on a call with her earlier this week just to chat for 15 minutes. And she was like almost self-conscious about the presentation. She's like, well, I mean, I used it, but I don't really know. I'm not a wizard like you. And I was like, wizard like me? What do you mean? Just, it's AI, right? It's not me. And she shared with me this presentation, and I was like, this is absolutely incredible. Like it was just so good, right? So I hope everybody's still buzzing from that one. If you missed it, let us know. We can send you the replay to that one. As a matter of fact, we have the whole library up on YouTube right now. They're not going to stay there forever on YouTube. We are actually going to start moving the webinars to the replays. If you register for them, you'll get the replay. But we're going to start moving them into our own internal library, and it's going to be something that you get when you're a client of ours. But if you register, you still get them for free. You'll still get the replay, but we're not going to keep them up where everybody can just access them on demand down the road. I mean, we want this to be something special. Let me see what comments. Let's see who's here. I know I was chatting with Jeffrey and Bill prior to the call today. This is good. I'm getting some stats. That's good. And Dee is here, and Meg. It was so good. I love it, Meg. Yeah, that Meg, I didn't use your name because I didn't know, but yes, Meg, I looked at her presentation. It was awesome. And I think she's saying that the presentation went really well too. So today we're going to have some fun. We're going to, this is something that's always been really like mystifying to people prior to AI, right? Like, hey, Avanice, animating anything, text, logos, and any type of animation from scratch using AI in a matter of seconds. And what this is really beneficial for is everything on social media these days has to be very visual, right? So you've got Facebook gives you the opportunity to change the background color, right? They have a bunch of options if your post is short enough, if it's just a text post, just because it stands out from the rest of the posts that are just black text on a white background, right? So they're giving you that just to make it more visual. Video is everywhere. There's a reason TikTok is like crushing everyone in the social media game. It's very addictive, almost like the algorithm is really good. It keeps you drawn in. I know because I hear my wife giggle for like 40 minutes a night just scrolling through TikTok, unless we're watching a TV show together. And then it's during those streaming breaks of 2 minutes for the commercial where I hear her giggling at every TikTok video she's watching. And so one of the things that, a lot of people have always wanted to do was be able to animate a logo, animate an intro screen for a video or an outro screen, right? So many times we just start a video and it's boom. So if you've noticed in the last few weeks, probably the last 5 or 6 weeks, I started playing with a tool called Hera. And I'm actually going to put a link right now. I'm going to drop it, RC, so you don't have to. I'm going to drop a link into the comments here. Right there. Right. And now this tool is what we're going to focus on today. We're going to learn this tool. they do have a free version. It's better to just try it on a very low paid version. Again, monthly, not annually. There will be tools that will surpass this one long term, I think, and there may be some others out there already. But this one is really simple and really easy and really powerful. I built a few weeks ago. I released a course on how to build a company Cortex using AI and Notebook LM, which is also, if you've been following me, it's like my favorite tool. That Claude and Notebook LM together makes a perfect combination. And I used so many animations that I created in this tool, which is called Hera, Hera. The link to get it there is in the chat, hera.cello.so, and then there's a slash and some other stuff, but I put the link in there. And also I see RC dropped today's resource PDF. So this is kind of going to be an overview, just your takeaway, your cheat sheet, your free resource guide that we give you every week. There's one for today. But I started using it, and it was in so many of the training videos, because all I had to do was describe to the AI kind of what the slide was about or what the section of the video was about. I actually was just copying and pasting the script, and it was generating an animation that would support that script. So I could use it almost like B-roll, or not almost. I used it as B-roll over my voice, or had the voiceover in the video. All right. So we're going to go through and we're going to do some fun stuff today. Today's webinar is going to be shorter than most, I believe. Now, I get long-winded. I'm already 7 minutes into this. I haven't even shared my screen yet. But I think we can knock this one out in about an hour. And I do think this is a tool where you might want to try it for a month and maybe do a few things. But if you've noticed over the last few weeks, when you join the webinar, if you get here right on time, you've seen this. Right? And I think you can still hear me over that. But this right here, you'll see that at the bottom, it's looping. It's a 4-second loop or 4-second video that loops. And what I did is I gave it my JourneyBuilder logo, which is our software platform. And I said, I need an animation of my logo with webinar starting soon and kind of a progress bar. All right. And in like less than 60 seconds, it gave me this, where JourneyBuilder's kind of just floating around and the text is there, and then those little dots kind of show up. And it was perfect for putting this on at the beginning of the webinar while I'm just doing my last final preparations. Having that webinar starting soon animation, could I do that myself? I don't know. I mean, I could use, I think, like Adobe InDesign or some, I don't even know. I don't think I could do it myself. I don't think I know the tools to do that myself. And I think that, well, I know that having a tool like Hera that did it in 60 seconds was way easier. I wouldn't have even been able to open up InDesign, let alone figure out how to do that. And also some designers might charge $500 to do something like that. And it's fair if they're going to open up InDesign and do it like that. It's worth it, I suppose. I would think it is. I have a friend who's a really, really good animator of explainer videos, like minute-long explainer videos. And, he's worth every penny. So is AI going to replace some of that? Maybe. But here, let's actually dive in. I asked in the comments, and it's not too late, but I did ask in the comments for you to put in your company name, a tagline, and if you have some type of industry statistic that you use often in your marketing, to just copy and paste that into, or just type it into the comments. I'm going to make a few animations today live, and I didn't want to just necessarily stick with what I've already built or just build things that I think would be interesting for you. I would like to create some animations using audience participation. And then when we're done with this, if you like the animation and you want the animation, I will provide you the animation for free. Okay. But I'm not going to be able to pick everybody's. I won't be able to do it. So I'm going with first come, first serve. I know Jeffrey had some stuff in first, and Bill had some stuff. So, but if you want to put that in, we will definitely, I will definitely try to utilize that today. All right. Also, one last little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Not so much housekeeping. Several people over the last 3 months, or almost 3 months that we've been doing these webinars. All right. Almost 3 full months now, every Friday. Several people have asked me, like, how do I learn more from you? How do we engage more? How can you help me with my actual stuff without me signing up to necessarily be a client, of yours, or maybe even how to become a client of ours? And I didn't really have an answer. I mean, my only answer was, hey, we sell JourneyBuilder. It's a subscription. It can do everything you need to do in your business. It can automate it, and we can help you implement Notebook LM, blah, 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 right? I did it, guys. I did it. I talked to, and Meg, I just saw yours. See if you can find a human trafficking statistic that's really like impactful or powerful. Maybe in a scare based way, like where it's like, oh man, or maybe it's on a positive way, like a statistic you have of how many people that maybe you've helped or saved in the organization. Just saw that come up. But what I'm going to start, it's not available yet. I don't have a link for it yet. But you will hear me talk about it every week on the Free Friday webinars. It is a one-time thing, but you can do it monthly if you'd like. I'm going to start offering a minimum 2-hour brain dump session. It's going to be once a month, and it will be not done in here. It will be done in a Google Meet where we can all talk to each other. You'll be on screen. I'll be on screen. You can share your screen. We can talk through things. I will help you with anything that you're working on as it relates to building your company brain in Notebook LM, and helping you get those documents that are locked away in your head, those processes, all those reasons you can't scale because it's all up here and you need to get it to somebody else so that you can train them. All that stuff, we'll work on it together. And I'll show you how it integrates, or how that company Cortex can be wired in to a full platform, CRM and marketing automation platform that you can use. And that one is on a subscription basis, but I'll show you how it all fits together, how it all ties together to make you more profitable, to save you more time, to make you more efficient, to help you grow and scale, hire that first person or that fifth person, or that create that new department. I'll show you how it all ties together. It's going to be something where you can just pay for the one session at a time, right? And it'll be monthly. It'll be $97. You'll get at least 2 hours with me. My hourly rate is $175 an hour. This will be a group coaching call, $97. You could buy it one time. Come on, I'll help you with what you need with a bunch of other people. You might learn from other people that are on there. And if we have enough people that sign up and it goes longer than 2 hours, we go longer than 2 hours. I want to make sure I help everybody with at least one process each time we do it. I don't have a link for you to buy this yet. I don't have it all built out. It is coming. I mentioned it last week that we were trying to figure out a way that we could get more hands-on and help people with their challenges, short of a 15-minute coaching call or a Friday webinar about a tool that maybe they're not going to use after. And that's what I came up with. All right. So be on the lookout for that. We also, very important, we have a survey coming out on how you're using AI currently, if at all, or not really, or dabbling. You be on the lookout for that survey. It's quick. It'll take you 2 minutes to fill it out, maybe 3. It's like 5 questions, but one of them you can type in the answer. So that would be, if it takes any longer than 3 minutes, your fault, because you're long-winded like me. Somebody says they're sending me a 3-minute survey. It's going to take me 7.5 minutes to finish it. But anyway, yeah. So be on the lookout for all that stuff, and please fill out that survey. It's going to help me help you better. Okay. All right. Let's really get started now. Let's go into, by the end of this session, you will be able to create professional motion graphics in under 5 minutes. what's happening now in the world of social media. And I'll share my screen here. Share. In the world of social media, static content, meaning just the text content that you put, it's getting buried in all of the algorithms. No doubt about it. Video is getting more plays, more views. We see it in our ads that we run for our clients sometimes. Video is just, I mean, everything is video based now because you can deliver it so much faster, cheaper. You know, video used to be more expensive, and it took a lot more processing power, and computers are able to handle that now. Motion graphics get 2 to 3 times more engagement than static images. Video content gets 650% more engagement overall. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, prioritizing video or motion in the feeds. Okay. So the way it used to happen, expensive designers, After Effects, long turnaround times, animate a logo could take at best hours, on average days, and and maybe longer than that. We now have AI powered tools that anyone can use in minutes, and we're going to do some walkthroughs. So what I'm sharing on my screen is a tool that we're using called Hera, Hera. And like I said, the link is in there in the chat, in the comments. I'm posting it again. If you want to get it and play along, you can do that, or just copy it for later. But Hera is something that I discovered about 3 months ago, and I immediately went to work playing with it. And what we've been able to do, and I'll show you just a couple of quick examples. Let's see if this one will load up for us here. What's neat about this is it can do quick animations with color like that, kind of futuristic, minimalistic. This one doesn't really talk about a whole lot. And it can also do things like this. All right, so this is for a local sign company here in Greensboro, Jed Graphics and Sign Design. And their tagline is expect more than a sign, expect excellence. And they do all these things at the top. That got 60 seconds to build this. I didn't build any of it. All I did was upload the logo, and I told it some tagline. What you can do with this tool, and I'm going to show you this, is once you have it, to edit it, you just chat with the AI and tell it what you want. Okay, there's a little chat down here. You can even click on your dictation and let it use your computer microphone and tell it what you want. So let's start playing. Okay, we're going to start playing with this now. I want to do some demos for you. Go back to the home screen. All right. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to do a text animation. Now you can choose whether you want it to be that widescreen landscape like the traditional Facebook or YouTube style, rectangle, horizontal rectangle. You can do vertical, which is great for Instagram Reels, TikTok, a lot of the video platforms now are vertical. You can do square, which works pretty much everywhere still, but it's kind of more the preferred method on social for static or video. And portrait, which is kind of that in between that nobody really loves, but it's there, right? So we're going to start. We're going to do a let's start with a widescreen, and you can choose the duration. I think on the free plan, I think you're limited in the duration. I am on the lowest paid plan. Like I don't have a high tier. I forget. I don't even know. I could check what I pay, but I'm able to do kind of a custom length, and I think I can go longer than 60 seconds on the animation. And all you really need to do, and I'm going to show you the trick that I use here, but I'm going to go back up, back to the top. All right. And I'm going to work on Jeffrey. Jeffrey said, so need to animate a fun intro to a video using the company name California Healthy Workplace Advocates. And the tagline, if you have a toxic work environment, we can fix it. And if I misspelled anything, I can fix it. So no, I don't think I did. All right. Now, notice something here. I'm not going through any prompting techniques. I'm just telling it the most basic, primitive thing I can do. And if you know what I've talked about for the last couple of months, I often say garbage in, hallucination out, or garbage in, garbage out, right? Now, nothing about Jeffrey's company, which I've had meetings with Jeffrey, and his company does some really good for a lot of people, a lot of good for a lot of people, right? That's what I love about this audience that comes to our webinars, is we have some people in here who do some really amazing work for a lot of people. Nothing about his stuff is kind of garbage in here, but my prompt is garbage. Right? I'm just saying, like, I need to animate a fun intro to a video using this company and this tagline. There's nothing cool about that, you know, or special about the prompt, I should say. Now, what's really neat is I found this little button, and I thought it was really, really cool. And these two buttons down here. So what I like doing is I like clicking on these buttons. This one says it's going to give us good design, but it takes a little bit longer. Well, that's okay. So let's do that. We're turning that on. This one says enhance the prompt. So not only can you just tell it the basics, you can now have AI improve the prompt, like make it a good prompt for the platform, right? So you didn't have to really learn the prompting in the platform. I'm going to enhance the prompt. Now you can tell it your brand colors. You can tell it extra information. If you kind of have that detail in your head of what you would want this to look like, you can do that. But we're going to keep it a 5-second because again, it's a video intro. So I'm going to click enhance prompt and we're going to read this. All right. Dynamic kinetic typography intro featuring a vibrant high contrast color palette. The tagline enters with snappy word by word pop anime. Okay, you guys see this. So would you have typed this stuff into that prompt if you were doing it? My guess, and I'm very confident in this guess, is no. I wouldn't have, right? But what it but this is great, right? So let's go ahead and now all we did is we typed in a sentence, clicked 2 buttons, and I'm submitting it. All right. So now we're gonna let it create the video. It should take less than 60 seconds to create the video. All right. You'll see on the left-hand side, it's generating the video. What's really cool about this is when it generates our video, we can then chat with the AI to make adjustments or improvements. So while we're waiting on this, Jeffrey, do you have a color scheme that, or a base color or anything that you're using that maybe we can edit it with to get it more to look like something you would want to use? Yeah, go ahead and chat it in if you do, because we have a few seconds while we're waiting, so I can wait for that. Eric chimed in a few minutes ago too. ECC creative sound and story. Video is the top format for engagement across social platforms. 100%, no doubt about it. Okay, no specific color scheme. Okay, cool. All right. So we'll just let it finish. If you see in these animations that are playing, this is just like a little waiting video to show you some of the things it can do. So if any of these things are catching your eye, just know that Hera can do these things. Like that's a good ad right there for web. And then you can get it pushed out as a movie file. Here we go. Stop the toxic culture. California healthy workplace advocates. What was that? It took a little more than 60 seconds. 90 seconds? 90 seconds to do this animation. I think it looks great. If you wanted to put this on as a video intro or a webinar like intro, or just as like a, you know, a waiting screen, I think you could put this on your website as a, like, just as a big hero banner. Now the colors are bright, but and they pop, which I like. Okay. Oh, Melinda, thank you. Terrific. I use it today. I think the colors are really gonna eye-catching. Right now, they might be too bright for you. Maybe it's, you know, not the right vibe. Right. So if we could say, I'll tell you what. Let me export this one first before I change it. I'm going to do it as an MP4. So let me just export this, because what I'll do is I'll make a change to it that I want to make, and then Jeffrey will be like, I really love that one, that first one. And then I'll be like, I didn't download it. So, okay. Yeah, D said, I think this is great. Very eye-catching and makes you want to watch. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's very, very catchy and very modern and fun. I think the first part looked a little bit 80s-ish, but in a cool way. Like maybe a little retro video game style. We have a lunch and learn coming up. I could use that. All right, perfect. The color interrupts the first step to convert. I love it. You guys are all like, this is why I love what, you know, doing this right here. Like Avanice is like, no, this will get people stopping the scroll, right? If this was on a social media platform, right? This looks so different than the Facebook blue or the, you know, the general, like, keep scrolling pattern. This will stop the scroll. And that's really is the first step to convert. So that's really good. Awesome, Jeffrey, on the, ooh, I like that. Garland says saved by the bell vibes. I like it. Most of you should be very familiar, I think, in our age group, from Saved by the Bell. If you're like, I don't know anything about that show, chances are you're way older than me or way younger than me. But Saved by the Bell was fun. All right, let's see. I'm going to save this one just to my desktop for now, or my documents for now, and then I can get it to you later. Let's go down, or my downloads. Yeah, downloads. Okay. And I'm going to name it California Workplace. I know you guys can't see this, but California Workplace. All right, perfect. All right, Jeffrey says we have 7 social media sites. You know what you could also use this for? I believe, yeah, on most of them, your profile image, like not your profile image, but the profile header banner. I think a lot of them now will take MP4 formats. I mean, that could do it too. You could definitely use that. So very, very cool. I already exported this one so we can use it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, Alan says old people, young-hearted. I love it. All right, let's do this. I'm going to do a quick change just to show you how we can do this. I'm going to say let's change the bright red here, the bright reddish pink, to something a bit more muted and teal. Not teal. I was thinking teal because I was looking at the teal from the first one. Just something a bit more muted. And add the words learn more. Hang on, everybody, 1 second. Quick minor interruption, but I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Live is fun, especially when you have children who we're having a bit of a daddy-daughter work day today. So I apologize. She's gonna let the TV babysit her for the next half hour. So I apologize. How professional, how unprofessional, Jay. Okay. Change the bright red pink to something a bit more muted and add the words learn more below the company name. All right. I want to show you how easy it is to make a quick edit. So I'm going to go ahead and send that in. And then we're going to do another one. The next one I want to do is probably something similar, but I think I want to show statistics, because statistics in infographics are like, they're powerful, especially if you can animate that stuff. What's really cool is like Notebook LM now, it creates really good infographics. I'm building them like every day. I haven't tried pulling one of those in yet. Maybe I'll do that on this webinar. I haven't tried pulling one of those in to animate, but we can try it. We can see how good of a job it'll do. I don't know how well it will extract the information from the images, but okay. This is almost done. Oh, Garland's got his 3-year-old with him today. Awesome. Oh, Melinda said just authentic. Thank you, guys. Authentic is always better. Yeah, I appreciate it. We usually won't have her with me in the office, but today we do, and it's really good. But she's a little bit excited for lunch right now, and it's a little early yet. So I told her, I'm like, Daddy's got to do a webinar, and then we'll go to lunch. All right, so you see here, I don't love this one as much, but this is a little bit more muted, and the learn more is in teal, which matches the toxic from the first page. Learn more. I could also increase this if I wanted to. I could change it to 10 seconds. We can tell Hera if we like it or not. We can add a background color. This is a fun thing too. This is something I don't use a lot, but there's a point and prompt element where I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me go back. Let me keep playing it. Let's go right here. All right. You can pause it. And now every single element on the page, except for the background, every single element has where it highlights. Okay. And you can actually just click on this and ask for changes to that. It's really neat when it comes to editing, right? So you don't have to regenerate the whole thing. You could say, hey, make toxic a little bigger than the other words and underline it or bold it, and it would do it just for that section. Okay, so that's just something else that you can even rotate it yourself. I believe. It's not letting me. Oh, yes. You could also rotate it and say you want it to go this way. And then when you submit it, it'll do it that way. All right. I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to leave it alone. And then you can move, resize, or delete elements. That's why I have this on here. I could make it bigger myself and then ask it to do it. Okay. And okay, I can't help you right this minute. Yeah, that's or skip it. Sorry, guys. Anywho, Avanice, this is the bomb. Absolutely. You guys are funny. All right, so let's go do another one. I want to show you guys some other ones that we can do. I just think anybody who needs a little bit more pop in their media, whether it's social, ads, infographics, videos, anything, should be using this tool. So let's actually do an infographic, and I'm gonna actually do something here interesting. I did get a stat. Let's see. I did see one earlier. All right, Jeffrey, I do want to use yours also, but since I just used yours as an example, I'm going to come back to that. About 46% of all workers, some facet of workplace bullying. I will come back on that one. I'm actually going to grab something from Meg real quick. She put that North Carolina is always in the top 10 when it comes to calls going to the human trafficking hotline. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to show you guys a little trick here. Now, you can likely do this in Gemini or Claude. If you know, I talked a few weeks ago about Perplexity. Look, this is not like go get every tool, shiny object, but I'm just going to use Perplexity because it has up-to-date information and it cites everything and it gives us the stats to back it up, right? So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you what I'm going to type into Perplexity, and I'm just going to say show me a list of statistics that would support North Carolina being a hotbed for human trafficking. It's not just sex trafficking. I know that human trafficking could be labor, right? I learned that from Meg this week. Trafficking. Right. So what I like about Perplexity and why I keep it, I probably could have canceled it. It's got the most recent updates. What the first day I used Perplexity was about four years ago now, probably 3 years ago. It was when that ship hit the bridge in Baltimore's Inner Harbor, or I guess it was the Inner Harbor, Outer Harbor, in the harbor, and took that bridge down. Everybody remembers when that tanker took the shipping ship took down the bridge, right? Everybody remember that? I pulled up Perplexity because ChatGPT didn't know anything about it because ChatGPT is about a year behind on current news. Claude didn't know because Claude doesn't know up-to-date information. Perplexity was the tool I had just started using, and the reason I used it was because it was more of a search engine AI that has all the up-to-date stuff. So here we go. North Carolina is widely documented as a high-risk or hotbed state for human trafficking. Statewide rankings and volumes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say I'm going to take all of these numbers, right? I'm going to come back over to Hera. And do an infographic. Oh, look at that. I could do infographics and they give me some examples like the Bitcoin price chart. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to actually say animate the following statistics into an infographic. We're going to need to make this one tall, vertical, okay? And we're going to make this one, we're going to go 15 seconds on this one. Actually, it'd probably take longer to read it, but it could loop. Let's just do 30 seconds. And I'm just going to paste in all these stats. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do those same buttons. We're going to ensure good design, and then we're going to enhance this prompt. It shouldn't change any of the data. Perfect. Okay. I think this is going to be good. And then I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Now this one might take a little bit longer. And it should come out really, really well. And it actually talks about how it's going to do it. Like it's going to be a series of dynamic data visualizations utilizing a clean corporate minimalist aesthetic with a high contrast palette, charcoal, slate, urgent amber. And then it's going to have a cup 1, 2, 3. It's going to be like 3 different slides, each with their own statistics. I think this one will be a really, really good one. D, I agree. I love this and cannot wait to play with Hera. It is so easy. Guys, I've given you a lot of tools that have a lot of configurations and options, and like settings and tweaks and levers and buttons, right, to get it just right, and training it. This one is all right. Jeffrey, thank you. I'll send you that video later for you, so that you have it if you want to use it. Compliments of me. But thanks for tuning in. Guys, there isn't an easier way to animate. I'm going to show you a logo animation in just a minute, and we'll play with that, and then let me just look at my notes. I knew this one would be a little bit shorter, but I just wanted to kind of show you how easy this was, and all I do to build these things. This one, like I said, I knew it was going to take a little bit longer. It should be done in just a second. And let's see. All right. I might want to do an animated quote or a product showcase here for you as well. But again, the goal here is to stop the scroll, right? Wherever you're at, make sure it's eye-catching, make sure it stops the scroll. When people watch videos, if you're putting out videos that just have you talking and you're not showing something or that's why B-roll is important. Like you got to give them like that visual feel and sense of what's going on. It's important in news media. It's important in web media. Give them something else to look at. People will tune out if it's just a talking head video for 2, 3, 4 minutes or longer, right? I know, because I've made many videos of just me talking for way too long. But if you don't have something to look at, you lose focus or you drift off, right? It's just normal behavior. The video might not even be boring. Now, if it's mine, it might be, but most people's would not be. Happy to answer any questions after we do this one. And then I'm going to do a logo animation, maybe, or animated text, not text, animated quote, and show you, because I want to show you some of the templates that Hera has. But if you guys have some questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them while we're waiting on this. I think it's almost done. I know that you can move away too from the page. I don't like to. Here we go. It's done. Okay, 30 seconds. We got different scenes, and it's about to start. And I can't make it much bigger. All right, so it's not giving us a lot of. All right, this is good. Sex trafficking 145, labor 73, 76% increase in Charlotte. It's a little bit small. Okay, so there's some things I would probably. Ooh, that's good. Look, did you see how it faded in the Mecklenburg County part of the map? That's actually a really good start. So it showed North Carolina really small here. It's not descriptive enough for me. So I might want to put all the text copy in there again, or say, let's be more descriptive with the animations. Now, you could also take this and then put your own text above it, below it, right? You can do that. You can do that in here. There's actually a canvas you can do where you take the animations and you can just add text to it. Like I can actually do the point and prompt as well. And I think this is only going to have this, but I would want to add I think you can add an element or a layer here. I think. Take that away. Yeah. I think you can, there's the layers, right? So there's a lot more. You can go a lot deeper into this and start adding things. But like I said, I really like just with the animations to describe with actual text what the slides mean and utilize more of the screen. Right. I could also say, like on this one, like let's make this bigger, right? And on this scene, I don't know if we're going to get much bigger. Like, what does this slide do? Where is my, all right, so apply edits. Hold on, I gotta do apply edits. Well, let's do this. I don't know, might be doing too much at once here. So it's going to regenerate that and use white. Yeah, definitely use white on the background for sure. I wouldn't use the black because you can't see this gray charcoal. It's not popping enough off the screen. So definitely use white. I would definitely say that as well. But basically think about it like this. Hera is your designer. Think of Hera as a person, right? So you can actually just go and now talk to your designer and say, ooh, can we do this? Can we do that? Or click on an element, as long as you're not generating something else, click on an element and prompt it to what you want it to do to edit it. So make those edits, make those minimal edits. If it took you 1 hour to make something like this that you can use in your social media to really make a point, or in a presentation to make a point, is it worth it? That's a question only you can answer. Like, is this something that could land a major donor, supporter, something to your nonprofit? Is this something that's going to help you close a big deal, right? Because visually it's appealing, right? Then if you think it's going to help you make more money or make more impact, right? I say do it. I say spend the time, spend the hour, right? Looks like it's generated. Let's see how much it actually took here. Yeah, I would go a little bit more here. I think it did make it a little bit bigger. It's still in black. I would say we want a white background. And we still need to put text. I would probably go on each scene. I would probably say we want to add text that says this, I do like this slide right there. I'd almost want that to be a little bit longer, but this is good. It's just, there's still more work to be done. And I think this one would take a little bit longer. But I could probably export it and we could still work on it. Here's another thing. Let's say I exported this just as is. Now, if you have a Microsoft Windows computer, sorry, D, I still have your comment up there, which we are very excited to read, but, and you can open up, well, that's a little better. That was a little bit better. Oh, here it goes. Okay, so now it's doing it. Just took a minute to load up. Here you go. Victim demographics. Right. This is much better. See, now I would still make it white, and might fix this one up a little bit, right? But it does show how that goes to New York City. That's or where they're coming from or being trafficked to. Yeah, so really a lot better here. Yeah, North Carolina total ranking, number 9, statewide cumulative totals, cases, victims. This is good, right? So I would make it white and then keep going. Now, if you have Microsoft or even Apple, I think I don't know what Apple's is. It was like a Apple movie or iMovie or something like that a while back. I don't know if that's still a thing, but Microsoft has Clipchamp. You could take this as a video, load it into Clipchamp, and actually add your text over it. If you know anything about basic video editing, I know I've used Clipchamp to do just the bare basics. Like I used Clipchamp when I was making my course because I took these images and I put them in as B-roll over my voice in the timeline editor, which was very easy to do. But I mean, a video editor would laugh if I said that was my video editing skills. Like they'd be like, okay, so you know how to use 2 layers. Okay, sure. That's what I know. All right. So Melinda has a question. Which program is best to create a QR code for the infographic? So if you wanted to put a QR code on the infographic, I've got to be really partial here. Our platform, JourneyBuilder, does have an unlimited QR code builder that can lead to anywhere you want. It can even lead as like your business card to change VCF card files or contact information. Obviously, our software is a subscription. I know there are free QR code generators if you needed to do it like one time, but if you wanted to do things where you wanted QR codes that are really trackable everywhere you go, I'd be happy to chat with you about the 100 other features that are inside of JourneyBuilder that you might find useful, from CRM to websites to funnels to email and text marketing and a million other things, including unlimited QR codes with tracking, form builder, survey builder, AI, social media, all of it, one platform, one login. But I digress. We could talk about that because I certainly don't want you to pay $97 a month for just a QR code system unless you were doing a ton of customized QR codes that you really needed hyper-specific targeting for or tracking as to their sources. Some people do. Some people would do 100 different QR codes for the same campaign, right? And they need a enterprise level QR code generator, which we offer. But yeah, I mean, you could just generate one. There are some free QR code generators online, and you could probably Google that and get it done. It wouldn't surprise me if I went into Gemini right now. Let's do a quick test. Everybody see me in my Knicks? This is JI avatar is coming up. Here's my JI avatar. There's me in my New York Knicks jersey. Yes, I'm a Knicks fan. And we spent 20 years in the doldrums, and now I'm happy to have a good team again. Here, let's try this. I want to see something. I think Gemini might be able to generate a QR code. I don't know. We're going to find out right now together. Let's see. I'm not sure if it does QR codes. I really am not. Canva has the feature? Okay, Avani said Canva has that feature if you have Canva. Okay, it cannot generate functional QR codes. Okay, cool. All right. So, yeah, you can easily use it online. We have one built into our software. Apparently, Canva has one. And they're out there for free. So if you just need one for one QR code, just go grab a free one and do that. If you have Canva, use that. All right. Couple things before we wrap up. I told you this was going to be a little bit shorter. I'll do one. Well, let's go do one more thing, and then I'll answer questions. I did want to show you a quick logo animation. So I did an image reference. I'm going to use the JourneyBuilder logo. Now, it would be better. I don't know all the file formats you can use to upload. I think it's just fonts and images. So it would be better if you had the different layers. I don't know how it's going to do with a final product image, but we're going to see right now how it does with the, oops, I didn't mean to do that. You can generate an image in here too. But like if I had just the JourneyBuilder font and the two gears that are in my logo as separate layers or images, or like, you know, we could upload all of them and then it would do I think it would do a better job. I don't know how it's going to do extracting the image elements and recreating it, but I'm going to click on my buttons and we're going to see how it does with an actual, this might be good. Okay. All right. Let's see how it does. This will be the last one I show you today as far as a demo. And then we will we'll wrap up any last little final thoughts. If you guys want to book a 15-minute coaching call with me to solve a problem that you're having in your business, I'm looking at who's in this webinar right now, and I've done 15-minute calls with most of you. And I think most of you would agree. It's a pitch-free zone for the most part. I just really want to help you solve your problem. Now, if you want to learn more about how we can help you solve that problem on that call, I am not shy. I will tell you about JourneyBuilder and how AI and all of your systems and documents and processes can be integrated and wired up using our all-in-one system. Happy to do that. But I really want to take that 15 minutes, which usually turns into about 22 minutes on average because I'm long-winded, and really help you solve a problem or point you in the right direction or give you strategy or give you a tool or show you or review something that you're doing. If you guys build any animations using Hera this weekend or next week, go to our Facebook group and put them in there. Make a post. Say, look what I built in Hera. Please, please, please do it. We would love to see what you're doing inside of Hera. I think RC Heather did it. Thank you, Heather. Heather just put the link to the Facebook group into the chat. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, please go and join the Facebook group. Share it with your friends. Share the Friday webinars with your friends too. Like, let people know we have Friday webinars. When you get that email that says, hey, the next webinar is Friday, and here's the topic, share it with your list, share it on your social. We'd be grateful for that. And next week, Nano Banana 2, the updated version of Nano Banana. Next week, we're building images again. We're going back to talking about images. We're going to use the new updated Nano Banana. Alan says, my brain is going nuts. LOL. I bet you could animate a picture of a brain going nuts, or like nuts shaking around inside of a brain. Just tell it, it'll do it. Yeah. So here's the logo. Not very good. Not good at all. It's okay. Like I said, I think it would be better. Actually, that's not bad. It gets bad there, right? So we could work with that. Actually, I don't think that's actually that's actually not bad. Just a couple of tweaks. I do love at the beginning how it draws out the gears like this. I don't like that little circle because it's not exactly how the gears come together. So it didn't deconstruct the logo properly. So like I said, if you have the logo in layers, a lot of times a designer will create layers using Illustrator or something else. If you get those layers and upload all the layers and show the final product and say, here's the final product of my logo, here are the layers, animate the layers together for an animated logo design, it would do a much better job. I could probably work with this one in Hera to get it better, but it actually is a good starting point. Might be even a good way to get an idea of how you want that animation to look, so you could give it to a designer and save them time and coming up with a whole bunch of ideas for you. So not bad, not great. probably a little, if you don't have the layers, probably a better use would be to use it like I used it to do the one I showed you at the beginning, which is this for our webinars, right? Where it took my JourneyBuilder logo and it just kind of moved it around. Webinar starting soon, just a good intro video, but not a bad start. Give me an idea. I like the gears being drawn together. I would love to see, if I had the individual and seeing the gears turning behind the JourneyBuilder, that's in my head. I'd probably also say I would want that. All right, next week, Nano Banana 2, we're going to build some fun images. We'll probably create some logos. If you need a new logo, we'll create some logo mockups. I might even try to throw in a tool that can do vector imaging now, which vector is the ones that resize to billboard size. So a lot of times people say, oh, the resolution is too low on this image when you send it to a designer. Definitely. Yeah, D said gears turning would be great. I agree. Just like Alan's brain is spinning or going nuts, right? Gears turning. The gears are turning. I hope everybody's gears are turning every Friday. But yeah, I might work on that too. And if I do, I'll post it in the Facebook group. All right. Any final questions? The link is driving me to book a call and not try it out. What? Really, Avanice? Hold on a minute. Copy invite link. You're supposed to get 15% off. Copy invite link. That's the link. It's my affiliate link to give you 15% off. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right, good. I was getting scared there. I'll put the link in there again. Yeah, it's an affiliate link, but I'm giving you 15% off their paid plan if you join a paid plan for a month or whatever, and they'll give me, I don't know, $1. That'd be great. I'd love to make $1 off every one of you for my free webinar. Fantastic, Rich. But yeah, so if I can save you 15% every time I do an affiliate link, I always try to make sure there's something in it for you. And not just me. I want it to be a win-win for everybody. But sometimes maybe there won't be. And it's just, you got the win was you got to learn a new tool. So, all right, cool. It's 11:32. We've been on for an hour and I told you this would be shorter because we didn't have as much deep content because Hera is just so darn easy to use. All right. And one last thing. Oh, you refreshed. Thank you, Avanice. Next Friday, when we talk about Nano Banana 2, it's the updated version using Gemini's 3.1. Nano Banana is Google Gemini's image creation tool. I've talked about it a lot on here and we've used it quite a bit. As a matter of fact, a few minutes ago, when I showed you this illustrated image of a QR code that is not real, I wonder if this one would go anywhere. Actually, I doubt it. This was Nano Banana 2, right? It gets the text right about 90-something% of the time, and it's good. Melinda says I'm always a win-win. Thank you, Melinda. You are so sweet. Yeah, Garland says he's going to use Hera today. I love it. Let's share those comments on screen. Thank you. Awesome. I hope you do. And I hope you go post what you come up with in the Facebook group. Please, I want to see them. I really do. I want to see what you're coming up with so we can engage with it, comment on it, and have it a really interactive, fun place where I know you guys are implementing the tools. All right. And so the webinar for next week has been posted. If you want to click on that and register, learn how to build some images and logos and other fun stuff for social media inside of Nano Banana 2. And if you want to book that 15-minute call with me to help you, the link just got posted for that. So we're just full of links and calls to action here. You can book a call with me. It'd be for next week sometime, and I'll work on whatever it is AI related you want help working on. And just know that in the next few weeks, I'm gonna have a pitch on these webinars. It's not going to be about what we're talking about that week, but I am going to do a monthly brain dump because some people just want some coaching or help in one session. They don't want to commit to anything long-term. They don't want to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars, but they really need somebody to just help get them started, get them moving in the right direction, get them implementing. I'm going to do brain dumps. Anything I know is on, is on the table for those for less than $100, and you don't have to commit to anything except just that one. So, and you can come every month if you want, but so we are going to have that. Hopefully by next week, I'll be able to talk about that a little bit more, at least have a link to sign up for the first one, which will be in April. And also have that survey coming out to everybody. So Dee, thank you. I appreciate all of you for being on here with us again. I can't wait to see you next Friday. And I'll stop sharing my screen again now. And yeah, guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Your support every week keeps me fired up, keeps me excited. I'm going to go take my daughter to get some lunch now because she has come in here twice while we're doing the webinar. And if she's really that hungry because I starve her, that's not true, by the way. Yeah, I better get some food in her belly. So we're going to go do that right now. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.